Alright guys, we're back again for yet another Bleach Brave Souls video, and in less than 24 hours from now, even less from the time I have published this video, the swimsuit banner is going to be out featuring the Bambis for the first time ever, getting actual 1,000-year blower characters as seasonal versions. And I do want to preface that this is seemingly going to be regular seasonal characters, meaning that they'll be back a lot more often. We'll find out tomorrow by the time the banner goes live, and if they are included in one of the character pass tickets, because that's where they normally add both premiums and seasonal characters. And if they're in it, then that's pretty good. It just means that these characters can actually be voted for poll selection and will come back a lot more often than regular 1,000-year blower characters. So I do want to preface that. And as for you guys asking whether if it's worth summoning for, I do want to preface that you guys are better off saving your orbs for the anniversary. We're less than 23 days away. We're gonna have two banners. Part 1 is going to feature the anniversary characters, which are going to be added to the premium pool, but will have by far the best value in terms of banner. And then part 2 is going to give us a 1,000-year blower banner, where the characters are going to be more limited and more meta defining. So if you guys care about those characters more than the swimsuits, then it'd be in your best interest to skip the banner. If you want to summon, do the discount multis mainly. It's going to be like around 350 orbs. I'm mainly going to be doing that because I don't want to miss the chance to not summon, but at the same time, I'm pretty much, I don't need these characters. Candice is more so the character I need, whereas Bambi and Meninas I can live by without. But that's pretty much about it. So yeah, this is a regular Zenith summon, so once you go to step 25, you do get the pity ticket, and you can choose between the 3 characters. So if you're expecting the banner to be as good as the 9th anniversary celebration summons with Mugetsu, no, it's not going to be the case. And as a matter of fact, if you guys are looking to summon, I still want to say that Mugetsu's banner is much more worth it at the end of the day. Hold on, let me just go ahead and pull it up real quick. It's right here. It's gonna be more worth it because Mugetsu is more in line as an anniversary character. He's an absolute menace to behold. In Melee Holo Guild Quest, he does really well. In Limit Breaker Quest, he's definitely going to age like fine wine when it comes to Holo content. And he's definitely a must-have, if you guys ask me. And the fact that you can get him on step 10 guaranteed and get the selector ticket, I feel like it's just going to be way more worth it. And even the banner has a lot more value than what people mainly give it credit for. So if you guys want to ask whether you guys should do 10 steps on the swimsuit banner or on this banner, it has to be this banner right here in particular, especially when you're guaranteed Mugetsu. Now going back on the swimsuit banner, yeah, let's just go ahead and briefly break down the characters because they're still worth talking about at the end of the day. So Bambi is going to be your tech limit breaker character. I already discussed this, but more importantly, she's definitely among the top 3 best tech characters that we have in the game. Now the kit, if you guys ask me, if she had the same kit as Yuha Baha, Kilgay, then I would definitely say that she would have been a must summon. But if you guys have Kilgay with either 2.5+ or Max Transcended, you guys do not need Bambietta for Guild Quest, as Kilgay is still going to be that much of a better character to use with a Rampage, 960 into Homing Vortex, whereas Bambi, her damage is very, very close to Kilgay's, but she just kind of falls off because of the fact that she was given the same kit as Ichibei, because she has the Suction Vortex on the SA1, a 3k length beam on the SA2, and then you have a full screen regular 1200 radius SA3. If she had the 960 and 2 homing Vortex, then sure, I think this character would have been a lot better to use over Kilgay, just because of the simple matter of fact that she comes with a lot of crazy skills. She has Frenzy +3 in Guild Quests. She gets 50% killer effect, which by the time you defeat 25 enemies and you get to wave 3, guess what? That killer effect will get rounded up to 70%. Along with 30% melee damage in Guild Quest, you also have the 80% SP boost, the increased ailment chance against a Ronker, so it doesn't matter what type of attribute the enemies are. As long as the enemies are Ronkers, you're going to be able to proc status elements left to right. And this character does proc both paralysis and laceration, so even giving her damage to lacerate enemies will be a really good move when you guys really take it into consideration. So yeah, has Havoc, Freeze immunity, the right immunity, Sprint +1, Berserker 40, Devastation 60, Long Stride, Marauder. And even outside of Guild Quest, the character is actually quite solid. She does at least have Frenzy +2, and if you're up against Ronkars, you can still make use of the killer effect, which is actually quite solid at the end of the day. Outside of the Ronkar killer aspect, you are going to be missing out on the increased status element chance, and will play just about as any Frenzy +2 character without the increased element chance that has 80% SP boost. So that's pretty much about it. Bambi is a really strong character, definitely a top 3 in my opinion, better than Quincy Ichigo. Tied with Ichibei. I would not know if Ichibei is better than Bambi, but I would more than likely incline that she's better than Ichibei in my personal opinion. But once we see how she does in Guild Quest content, that's when things are going to change. But other than that, Killgate's still the better character. Candice is going to be the normal attacking character for Guild Quest, mainly for the Stern Ritter rotation, because like I stated before in my community reaction, we have no other NAD characters to take advantage of. If you, again, take a look at the album and see what we have for Stern Ritter, it's not in a very good spot whatsoever. You have a good main, being True Shikai Ichigo, but outside of that, you essentially have nothing. Absolutely nothing. And Chad is a very outdated NAD character where he only does more damage once the enemies are not afflicted by an ailment. But by the time you use either the likes of Nanao or True Shikai Ichigo, Chad will lose the 100% damage, and he only has Flurry +1 to back him up. No extra melee damage, no extra bruiser, no nothing. So Candice is definitely good to have. I just wish that, once again, she were, you know, a bit more built outside of Guild Quest as well, because I find it ridiculous how even as an end-of-month banner, we're still getting NAD characters that are only good for Guild Quest. I want to see NAD characters made for also Limit Breaker Quest, IT, PvE content, epic raids again. Instead, they're just keeping them more so for Guild Quest, because guess what? She's another Guild Quest character. In Guild Quest, she gets Flurry +2, and also has the extra killer effect and the extra range damage. Outside that, she just has regular Flurry +1. Epic side, even outside that, the multipliers are actually solid. They're nothing too crazy. She still has like what? Bruiser 80%, 20% more normal attack damage to speed attribute characters. And unfortunately, you're never going to have the killer effect at all for PvE content. You'll at least have the range damage, but besides that, she does have Enhancer and Booster with Sharpshooter, so nullify range resistance and guard break. And she also has Long Reach. I think she might be the second range character with Flurry to also have Long Reach. I could be wrong. Like, if you guys know how Future Society Orihime is, you guys know. And they gave her Sprung +3. Dodge Quincy damage of 50%, poise, she's immune to weakening, which is what you want to have. So yeah, she's essentially the must-have for Stern Ritter. Like I said, it's a very bad rotation, so getting her is definitely going to be more so a top priority if you guys are into Guild Quests. Besides, that's going to be endgame content, so. Yeah, really solid for what she is meant to do. We're definitely going to get more Candice later on in the future, now that we're starting to get more Thousand Year Blower characters, even as seasonal characters. And then Menina is going to be the ultimate farmer, well, more so like a super potion farmer in this kind of case, of the banner, and this is literally mine's 4th/5th super potion farmer. Yo, can we get something for power, please? Power's gotten better with the units, but we need actual farmers. But yeah, this character is going to have Quincy Killer, and she's basically going to be more so in line with Senjumaru, Tensu Zangetsu for when it comes to farming content at the end of the day. Only difference is that she doesn't farm droplets, but does farm regular potions and farms super link slot potions by +10. And if you don't even want to use Meninas as a character, guess what? She has the super link slot potion link, meaning that if you guys want to, you can turn the likes of Yuha, Ishin, I don't know, what else? Who is another strong mind character? Yumi Chika, White, into super link slot potion farmers and be able to plow through the quest just fine and still be able to help out the team with more super potions, which is always really nice to have. And even then, this character is still quite cracked. Like, has Frenzy +2, 50% Berserker, 100% damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment with Pierce Iron Skin and Guard Break, Havoc of 20%, Sprinter +1. She does provide barriers, so she has multi-barrier, medic, and strong attack reaches time of -12%. She does keep that into play. Shared complete status immunity. And like I stated before, she does farm the link slot potions and the super pots. Coin drop is 100% a waste. Yeah, 100% drop rate, more like 100% waste, bro. That's just so funny. This skill could have easily been replaced with droplets or even more strong attack recharge when at full stam. Considering this is a character that can actually give out barriers, you're going to be limited to a 20-second cooldown on that SA2, so it would have been better for her usability to get that kind of skill instead of coin drop. I do not know what they were thinking, or just better yet, get rid of coin drop, move Sprinter +1 among the 6-star abilities, and in the innate ability, there you go. Give her the extra cooldown reduction when at full stam. Like, I think it would be so much better in her favor. In the kit, fun enough, she does have E-Buzz SA1, Azashiro's SA1. Now, I already stated this before in my community reaction, but I feel like with the fact that she has so many multipliers and Pierce Iron Skin, I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem for when it comes to IT epic raids. Maybe not so much against the harder bosses, to the point that you might want to use the likes of Balgo or Ikaku, but she still is going to be fine with all the stuff that she has. She's not a bad character whatsoever, and even then, she still has the 870 lunge like Sangdu, Ichiro Unohana. Only difference is that you do have the extra cooldowns on that SA2, and then you have a regular full screen SA3. So Menina is really good. I'm really happy to see her being made into an SP character, and a usable one at that, since I was one of the people that were pretty disappointed with seeing her 1000-year blower version being an ad character. So yeah, more so a NAD PvP character with no guard break. So that's all. And now let us go ahead and talk about the fillers for the main banner, and surprisingly, we have 4 good characters, /3, but you guys get the point. We're just gonna break them all down. These are all swimsuit characters at the end of the day, so if you guys were to go in deep, you're definitely gonna be getting some kind of value out of the banner. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and switch on over to BBS Simulator and start breaking down every single one of these fillers right here. So starting off with Rengiku, she is going to be the ultimate farmer for the art attribute, and is a well-aged one at that. If you're looking to consistently farm potions, super pots, and droplets, this is the character to use, and she's definitely great even a whole year later, with the fact that she has Frenzy +1, Guard Break plus Pierce Iron Skin, and also has 100% Purity. We're just going to call that just so that way it's easier, with 60% Berserker. Yeah, this is basically a really good character, and funny enough, she shares the same kit as Bambi. Only difference is that instead of the Suction Vortex, she has the 750 AoE in front, so she just does direct damage, you don't get stun locked, etc, 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 with the Hollow Killer. And yeah, she does come armed with freeze immunity, 20% stamina recovery, and Sprinter +1. Like I said before, almost the same kit as Bambi, and she's still really good, so definitely the consolation prize to get if you cannot pull any of the other Bambis. Mila Rose is going to be mainly a +10 link slot potion character for the speed attribute. I don't feel like this is needed if you have the likes of Tensa and Senjumaru, and if you guys do pull either Gantenbein or Shuhei from BBS tickets. Yeah, she's just there, but she is still a really good character to use nonetheless, especially for farming content and epic raids, since she does have Frenzy +1, Berserker 40, the Aronka Resonance skill, and since you can make usage of Aronkars for IT, this is going to be quite solid with full stam 20, more damage to lacerated enemies of 60%, and you do get more damage of 30% in co-op quests. Soul Reaper Killer at that too, and you do have the map-wide AoE skill of being able to inflict laceration, and also have Guard Break and Sprinter +1. The kit is also solid as well, 3k length beam, 870 lunge, and then the SA3 is a vacuum into explosion kind of attack similar to White. So yeah, really good character still to use for epic raids. It's just that she's definitely aged in terms of damage, but value, what she brings to the table, yeah, it's still quite solid. It's still good. And then up next, the Swimsuit Veruca, you feet fetish lovers. There you guys go. She's still good. That being said, nothing too crazy, and I do consider her to be worse than Mila Rose in terms of being a +10 link slot potion farmer, because, okay, she does have Frenzy +1, Berserker 40, and she can farm an extra link slot potions of +10 with full stam 30. Then you take a look at the Soul Tree, extra 40% more strong attack damage, have full stam, extra cooldowns, and at full stam, medic, The issue here lies with her kit, because this is mainly an epic grade farmer, and when it comes to giving her range collision attacks, it's never the greatest. So she has the 40% shave, and then the SA2 being the vortex into pushback attack, and then the only good SA being the SA3 is going to be the charge heal attack. So if you guys are familiar with Swimsuit Isane or like Safuretsu, this is the same SA3 that she has, so yeah, definitely good for epic grades. But the SA1 and SA2, as a guy that has used Ruruka, that is the one problem I never enjoyed about the character, mainly the first and second strong attack, so that's pretty much the reason why. If the epic grade is easy, you can definitely make use of that, but definitely not in like the harder epic grades whenever we get second coming Menos Grande that has like freaking 70 million HP. I don't remember, but you guys get the point. And in IZ, once you have the ×2 drop rate, yeah, she's a really good character, so no doubt about that. And then the remaining 3 Link Style Potion characters, I'm mainly going to be talking about Isane because she's the best out of the other 2 that we have right here, and she's mainly going to be an epic grade farmer. Now, she doesn't have guard break, but her multipliers for not having Frenzy +2 is alright. It's solid because she still does have 40% Berserker, 20% Full Stand, and then the character strong attack damage of 20%, and can farm both Link Slot Potions and Droplets. No plus 10 Link Slot Potions, which is to be expected. But the kit is really good though. She has the 570 lunge. Keep in mind, you're mainly using her for epic grades and nothing else. You have the 3k length beam, and then the same charge SA3 as the Swimsuit Ruruka. So that's all you guys really need to take into consideration about that. Extra cooldown reductions when at full stand helps complement the SA3, and of course, you know, you get the SA1 and SA2 faster, medic and sprinter +1, so yeah, still solid. She's mainly a normal Link Slot Potion farmer to use at the end of the day, and yeah, that is all. Momo is just a super Link Slot Potion farmer that is a NAD character with increased ailment chance, but no 80% attack buff, which is kind of a throwaway. You can use her in guild quests, don't get me wrong. If you do not have the likes of the 1000-year Blow or Heart Masaki, Max Transcended, she's a usable character. She does have freeze immunity with guard break, but as a super Link Slot Potion farmer, she's not that good. I have to be 100% honest. By the time you join the run, you're just getting carried, and if you try to host a run and use her 1-5-2-5, nah, you're just better off using the likes of 8th Anniversary Ichigo, Mugetsu, Liege Baro, even Parasol Rukia, and just giving them the Mashiro link. Or just use I really say Swimsuit Nell, or just use the Power Nelio, who farms super potions. And speaking of Nelio, we also have the Swimsuit Nelio, and there's just better Super Link Slot Potion farmers. She farms super pots, don't get me wrong. The kit isn't too crazy since she has double SM50 AoE in fronts, no SP boost, no increased ailment chance. She's definitely aged the worst out of the super potion farmers, even though the DPS base multipliers are good, but not that crazy for IT, so yeah, if you get this character over Meninas, you guys are not going to feel too good about her. And that's pretty much the main banner completely summed up. It's a solid banner, but I would recommend once again doing only the discounts. And if you guys want to summon for the individual banners, you guys can. You guys can, and this time around they have actually made them quite solid. Not the craziest, but it can work, because let's just take a look at what they pretty much have given us. So Bambi's individual is going to be first, and it comes with Wonderweiss already, and Wonderweiss is another really good NAD character for guild quest, no affiliation rotation at that. So if you guys do get him, he's a great consolation prize overall. And then you have Dordoni, who is the booster for Melee Espada. We're definitely due for a replacement because he sucks. And then this New Year's Ichigo, I was about to say Lunar, he's just a semi-ultimate farmer without the super potion skill, farms droplets, potions, but you guys don't really need them. Candice's individual sucks, just Dantenbein is a solid filler to pull from here because he is a Link Slot Potion skill as a soul trait, but these two characters, nah. Meninas, not too bad. You have Aizen, which is actually pretty good as a character, nothing too crazy. And then you have a super Link Slot Potion farmer being Nelio. There's definitely better now. Like, you're better off still using Liege with the Mashir link, but I can forgive this Nell. She's okay. And then you have this Renji for Gilquist. So yeah, if you guys want to do discount multis on the individual banners, you guys can. Just be careful. We have anniversary soon. And that is all. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have enjoyed it, don't forget to smash that like button, share this video with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and hit the bell notification so that way you guys are up to date with my most recent videos. Let me know if you guys are going to be summoning or if you guys are going to be skipping. I'm going to be streaming for co-op content tomorrow, but I'm not going to go super crazy. I'm just going to do the discount multis and call it a day. So see you guys tomorrow. That is all. Take care, lads. Bye. Sayonara. Ciao, ciao.